Now then, Marley, you're a very bright dog, a very intelligent dog, but no offence intended, just a dog. And I kind of know that you instinctively understand that, for argument's sake, getting into a car and driving it while you're drunk is a ridiculous thing to do. It's dangerous and it's illegal. You can go to jail for it. Similarly, if you were to think about it, you would say it's not a good idea to get steaming drunk and put a pan of chips on and fall asleep with or without a cigarette in your hand on the sofa, because your house might burn down. Some things don't need explaining even to dogs. So why do the government see the need to explain it to people? We are arguably, in most cases, as people, are supposed to be more intelligent than dogs. And, you know, I'm going to accept that we are. I don't see where people need to be told obvious stuff like don't let the batteries run out on your smoke detector and all of these other things. These are public safety announcements that we hear, or public warnings, whatever they're actually called. What they are, in reality, is advertisements, in the sense that they are made by advertising agencies. If they're not graphic ones, if they're not cartoon form, then they have actors in them, producers, directors and all of that stuff, all of whom are being paid by the taxpayer. That's the thing. The taxpayer is funding this. Now, I don't accept the need to have these things in any case. There's a sort of a Darwinian thing going on. Perhaps somebody who gets drunk and puts a pan of chips on and falls asleep on his sofa really needs taking out the gene pool. But that's a whole other argument. I don't accept the need for these public service announcements, but if I'm in a minority, I don't know, perhaps most people do like being told stuff is obvious, like the sun comes up in the morning and goes down at night and so forth. If people feel the need for that, then impart that vital knowledge to them via a medium that we already fund, i.e. the BBC, which has a massive reach, probably the biggest reach of any single media organisation in the country. It's got loads of national TV channels, loads of national radio stations, and an uncountable amount of regional and local variations on that theme. So if the government of the day, because they've always done it, all of them, feel the need to patronise me and tell me stuff that it would be obvious even to Marley, even to you, son, I'm not having a go at you, but even you kind of know dangerous stuff is dangerous, don't do it. That's it. If they feel the need to tell me that stuff, I think I have a perfectly reasonable right to object to paying for it. I don't want them to do it in the first place. I don't want to pay for it once. I certainly do not want to pay for it twice. So just sort it out. Either stop putting these things out there and save the millions of pounds a year that you spend on them, or put them on the BBC and use some of the millions of pounds a year that you already take off us to fund the BBC. Surely that makes sense, or is it just me? What do you think, Miles? You're not bothered, are you? Just wondering what's for your tea. Anyway, that's it. Vote UKIP, that's what I'd be saying.